I choose to do my paper over gun violence, specifically with the restriction of AK-47s or assault rifles. So first I wanted to start out by speaking on the Second Amendment. It states, "A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." As you can see, I put a red box indicating the first piece of that statement, a well-regulated militia, because I feel this is a statement that is very much looked over. By placing a restriction on AK-47s or assault weapons would allow you to continue to have your right to bear your arms. It'll just be regulated, and I feel by enforcing this and putting regulations will help with the safety of our nation. So this is an AK-47. I just wanted to go over a few of its abilities. So the AK-47 is actually labeled one of the deadliest guns, falling in the top 10 of the most dangerous guns in the world. The AK-47 was mostly used during World War II and has the capability of firing 580 rounds in 1 minute. And to me, I don't see a scenario where a citizen in the United States will need a weapon to fire 580 rounds per minute. I feel that can only cause mass damages. I don't feel that it is necessary to have this in order to protect yourself. So this is a statistic of the number of school shootings in the US, comparing it to other countries. As you can see, the United States is the #1 country for school shootings at 288 incidents. Second place following us is Mexico at 8 incidents. This is a very large gap between first and second place. Every single country on this list, excluding the United States, has strict gun laws, at least much stricter than the United States. The only country on that list that is even sort of similar to the United States gun laws is Canada, and the difference between them and us is they banned the assault rifles. They still have the right to bear their arms, as they should, according to our amendment. There's just been a restriction set in place that prevents them from carrying around assault rifles, and clearly you can see that has made quite the difference from the 288 incidents we have over the last 10 years compared to their 2. Here's another statistic just showing what is happening in the United States with the gun violence over each year, and as you can see, there is a gradual increase with each year, and I believe that if a restriction is not put in place, that this pattern will continue to just go on year after year, continually having a gradual incline. A few moments well known in history that were caused due to assault weapons, one of them being Sandy Hook, which I am sure everyone is well aware of. In 2012, a man was able to obtain an assault rifle, 2 semi-automatic pistols, and a shotgun from his mother, and went to Sandy Hook Elementary School. Here he shot and killed 20 children and 7 adults, and this would not have been possible if he was not able to obtain the assault rifle. The Las Vegas shooting is another example of a mass shooting. Here, a man was able to take his semi-automatic weapon, go to the top of a hotel building, and shoot down, and where he killed 58 unsuspecting people and injured 869 people in total. Here he was firing more than 1,100 rounds of ammunition. Again, that would not have been possible if he was not able to obtain an assault rifle. So the assault weapon ban of 1994 was actually put in place by George W. Bush. He wanted to put a ban on assault rifles, and the only way he could do so and get the law passed is if it had a due date where it had to end. So he had 10 years where he could put this law in place, and after the 10 years was up, it was to be removed because people believed it interfered with their rights to bear arms. So as you can see, between 1982 and 1994, right before the ban, you can see that about 18 people were victims or killed during mass shootings. And then when the assault weapons ban was put in place, that number dropped greatly. And then right after it was put back, taken out of place, the shootings went right back up. So clearly we have seen this in history where the ban does help people. It helps lower the school and mass shootings. So basically, people would not be able to do such harm to our country if they did not have access to assault weapons. Again, like I stated earlier, I cannot imagine a scenario where one would need an assault weapon. I understand that in the Second Amendment it does say the right to bear arms, but of course it brings me back to the first part of the statement where it says a regulated militia. I believe by regulating our gun right, or regulating the assault weapons, that this will help decrease the mass shootings in our nation. And clearly we've seen it in history right here in this graph that it does cause a decline. Here are my sites for all the images used in this PowerPoint.